What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to episode 57 of your favorite show, Two Guys Talking Booze, with my two guests. We got Prince back here.
Dirty Mind Prince.
Well, with one guest, and Dirty Mind Prince, my boy Ricky,
and the star of the show, D Nice.
The Star is Born. A Star is Born.
Star is born on
Maybe.
the show. Maybe, you never know. If this ever takes off, we had more subscribees.
Yeah, for real.
But anyway, great choice, Danny, by the way. Great choice on the album. One of Rolling Stone's top 100 albums of all time.
I don't look at this guy, man.
Prince
You gotta have a lot of, balls.
Yeah,
to do
literally.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at his belly button. What's up with his belly button?
It's all hairy and
Whatever,
stuff. He was ahead of his time. This album, it was something else. I remember.
What year did it come out?
I want to say this album came out in like 81, 82.
Okay, and so what was so bad about it?
He had a song named Bambi, which the girl left him for another woman.
Okay.
So the first lesbian song. He had.
Oh snap!
Yeah, that was way ahead of its time.
Right.
You know, she talked about all your lovers. They look just like you, but they can only do the things that you do.
Ooh.
It was pretty strong. And then Dirty Mind is a song that's really good. I really got a dirty mind whenever you're around,
Right.
which was cool. It was a very good. But he has a song on there called Sister.
What does he talk about?
Not gonna get into
Banging the sister?
Oh,
Yeah.
my sister never made love to anybody else but me. She's the reason for my sexuality.
Oh hell no. Yeah. Dude, it deserves to be banned, dude. Come on, man. How you gonna be talking about your sister?
As far as I know, he doesn't have an actual sister in real life.
But I mean,
yeah, but it's still talking
who
about
can relate to that? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I like that song because it reminds me of. Oh man, come on.
No, it's a really controversial album, and of course, Danny had to choose it because
he's provocative.
And we've had Dennis Rodman's ass up there, so he figured let's turn it around.
I love it. I love your collection. You got everything here, man.
It's funny.
I mean, you could have more things.
I could,
but
yeah. Why don't we?
You got great things. Great
stuff. And I really don't know what we're gonna do when my wife and I move to Spain, because in the future. Don't freak out, people. But we want to retire in Spain.
Okay.
Am I going to take all my books?
You have to.
I know, but I mean, they've been with me for a long
Christopher
time.
Columbus took everything.
I know.
Why can't you?
But moving books is something else. Like transporting books transatlantically is a mission. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe someone's going to inherit them. So what are we doing? My man. Yeah, the kids will love it. There's lots of stuff.
Yeah, they'll definitely read all that stuff.
Yeah. You never know. There's some really good books in here. I've got some collection. I'll probably take some. These are up here. I don't know if you can see that. I have my rare books. I have several books that are over 100 years old. They smell like old book.
Really?
Ulysses. I have a Ulysses, the Odyssey. That is from the 1800s, and it is.
It's an original 1800 book.
I'll show you. I'll bring this thing down. It's spectacular.
You gotta be. Look, he's got it like that's the very first one.
Look at this thing. Look at that thing. Open that up and smell that. Smell it. Smell that thing.
Oh yeah, it smells pretty old. I mean,
it's awesome. And if you like the Odyssey like I do, I remember the first time I went to Greece, like all these stories came alive. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the island with this, the silicon.
Why does it say that it's property of the school of UM?
No.
Why are you stealing books?
No.
Yeah, you stealing books.
It's not what it says. Look, it's not what it says. Liar. I bought this in an antique bookstore in
it's cool, dude.
North of Texas. And I can't remember the little town.
Have you read it? Have you read this book?
Of course. I had it memorized, a big part of it. Actually, no. That was in the Iliad that I had to remember a big part for my... I took a class at the University of Florida in ancient literature.
I just read like one line and I'm lost already.
It's confusing. It's, if you just go to the first line, it's going to be tough. So anyway, what are we doing in episode 57 now that we've done Prince?
We're doing something I don't think I've ever heard before, and it's a Johnnie Walker product called
awesome.
Swing.
So cool.
Swing. You want to explain why it's called Swing? We talked about it.
We were
just a little
discussing
bit
it.
ago.
So it has a unique bottle, which has an irregular base
Right.
that allows it to rock slightly. I'm going to post a video.
So it rocks
like that,
like this, right?
front and back. Yeah. So I'm going to post a video of it rocking, and it's really cool. He was explaining to me, I didn't know this, that the guy that developed this was on a ship, and he noticed the bottles moving, so that he developed this thing so that they could rock and shake. I don't know.
I don't know if the guy developed it. Is the son of John Walker?
Oh, Johnny?
No, Johnny is John. So the son of John Walker was traveling transatlantic, either from New York to the big land or the big land to I don't know, whatever. So everything kept cracking, like everything, all the bottles kept falling to the ground, and they came up with this weirdly shaped bottle. Look,
So cool.
but it's cool, man. I mean, it's a cool story behind it.
This is our first Johnnie Walker.
Right?
Yeah, we've talked about Johnnie Walkers before. Johnnie Walker was first introduced in the Scottish burgh of Kilmanrock of East Ayrshire, Scotland. You should know, you're half Scottish. It was established by a small town grocer named Johnnie Walker
In 1820.
in 1820.
That's 204 years ago.
Yeah, man. In his grocery store, the iconic brand has come a long way from such a humble beginning. How freaking cool
Blend
is
the
that?
Scotch whiskey.
Eternal. Speaking of blend, this blend contains up to 35 individual whiskeys, each carefully selected by the master blender.
This is why I'm not into Johnnie Walker, bro. What do you mean you're gonna be mixing in 30 whiskeys?
Yeah.
Like, how could you get any regular? Like, how could it be?
I know.
How could you standardize that? I mean, you have to standardize.
So much variability.
First, you have to standardize each of the 31s.
Yep.
And then you have to standardize the measurements to get to this. And like, what are you getting? You're just getting a big soup.
It's too much variables, right? Too many variables.
I don't know, dude.
It features a high proportion of the Speyside malts, balanced by malts from the Northern Highlands and Islay. Remember, we had the Ardbeg, which was from the Isle of Islay.
Yeah, that thing was trash.
Yeah, maybe for a $350 bottle. Some recommend drinking it straight, not to be ruined by adding water. That's what it says.
Okay.
So, and guess what? We drink things.
Yeah, we do it straight here, but
that's right.
I mean, going back to the 31 whiskey blended, is it like the leftovers of each one?
La babita.
Yeah, like
It's weird, right?
I'm not a fan of that, dude. Like from we started it with the wrong foot. Let me tell you this. Now I have no expectations on this thing. Sorry to say.
I think it might be great.
Have you had it?
Nope.
Look, this is how little I'm serving myself because I'm not.
After joining the Distillers Company in 1925, Johnnie Walker merged into the family of brands under Diageo in 1997, who later relocated Walker production to distilleries in Fife and Glasgow. As of 2021, Johnnie Walker is the 6th most valuable liquor brand in the world, with an estimated 130 million bottles sold annually.
100 and what?
30 million.
I'm not impressed.
That's a lot. First of all, this is a rich gold. I feel like every whiskey that we have is a gold.
This is the last week's was a little
brighter. This is redder.
This is a little redder. Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely redder. To the nose,
poison. Yo, tell me that doesn't smell like something's gonna kill you.
No. Complex and sophisticated with a perfume sweetness.
Wait. Let me say this. Smells like 31 different whiskeys. Good thing. I think 30 or 31 whiskeys put together.
35. Yeah. Notes of vanilla, sherry cask wood, coal smoke, candied lemon, green herbal, and tangerine. Some say it has an old school smell with notes of smoke, leather, and sophistication.
Okay, but they have to be making this up. Like,
I don't know.
Be realistic.
Let's smell. You smell
okay,
that?
But how do you get that from 31 different things?
35.
Didn't you say 31?
35.
Okay, whatever. 35 different whiskeys.
Yeah.
And then you're saying that you smell apple, so what? Or like
maybe one of those have apples, strong apples. Maybe it's an apple whiskey.
I don't know.
We had a cupcake.
I know, but this is a crazy blend.
Cheers, brother.
Makes me wonder.
I feel like he's judging a book by its cover.
I'm just Johnnie Walker.
Let's see. Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Wow. It's different. Very different. It's good.
It's good. Yeah, I take it back.
Wow. It's got to be good or at least decent because you went into it pretty negatively.
It's very smooth. It's not spicy, which I thought it was going to be very spicy for whatever reason.
With all the description didn't help it. And the fact, and
it's super smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth and sweet with a light freshness that covers a deeper fruitiness. That's really good.
Okay, cool, man.
Hey,
that's a surprise.
Hey, this is what it's about.
Because I was talking shit. I'm like, dude,
you guys are witnesses.
This is not going to be any good.
Wow, this is a pleasant surprise.
This is not as complex as I thought it was going to be. It's not like all over the place.
Right.
It's good. I mean,
it's smooth, like you said. The first thing you said was smooth. And you would think when you're mixing 35 whiskeys, like, that put him in a bad mood already, that it was going to be complex, that it's going to be all over the place. It isn't.
Bro, you don't taste it one more time and tell me anything in the tongue. There's nothing, no spice. There's zero spiciness. It's so smooth, man. I like it.
I'm impressed.
I'm really impressed.
This is probably the best Johnnie Walker I've ever had. Because I've got the Game of Thrones Johnnie Walker, White Walker.
But what about the Blue Label? We haven't had the Blue Label.
We haven't had the Blue Label.
And I haven't had a Blue Label in years.
In a minute. True.
Yeah.
In a minute. So
we have to bring one in.
Any Diageo representatives out there watching, this is our first one of your whiskeys. If you want to send us a nice Johnnie Walker.
And I was talking shit and I took it back. I took it back. Just for the record. In the same 5 minutes of a conversation, I talked shit and then I took it back, and now I'm saying it's pretty good.
He's honest.
It's pretty freaking good, actually.
Yeah, I'm impressed, and the bottle's great. I wonder what it looks like all full.
The bottle is too old school for me. I like a little bit more modern. I like some edges. There's no edge to this.
That's right.
And I guess people like this. Yeah, I know, but
I'm the one that likes bottles like that. Every time we have a bottle that's kind of like weird,
like imagine it this shape, but like diamondy, like with like straight lines. That'd be sick. But I mean, it's cool.
I like it.
It's
swing.
Too old school for me, though. But
swing.
Los dueños del swing.
Los dueños del swing.
That's Ricardo right there, I think. You might want to check on that.
Do you guys know the story about? You might want to check on that.
No, man. There's no need.
I gotta tell a story. Back in the day, circa 2018, we're in the middle of the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
On a cruise ship, and that first day coming out of Barcelona, it rained like the end of the world. It was a brand new ship by MSC, fantastic. Seaview, Seaside, Seaside, Seaview.
No, Seaview. Yeah,
fantastic ship. It was 1 month after it had opened.
It rained like crazy that day.
It was so like that rain.
We were worried.
Yeah,
about everything.
He was worried. It was his first cruise, and he was in the Mediterranean. Well, everything got like soaked.
Wet.
Yeah, everything was wet. The carpets and everything. It was a pretty bad first time. And then it cleared up.
Yeah.
We're in on one of our last nights.
It was the first night.
Was it?
Or like this. Oh, whatever. It was
in the middle of the cruise.
In the middle of the cruise, nighttime.
We're at the piano bar.
Yeah.
I was having an Aperol Spritz.
Yeah.
And it was my first Aperol Spritz. Not the best. I later became a big fan. And I don't know what you were having.
I don't remember.
Anyway, so we're sitting there, and Danny's going, you know what? They replaced this carpet. They replaced this carpet. The place was pretty big. They replaced this carpet.
Well, I don't know why we were talking about the carpet, though.
Well, because we had seen that there was fans. I said,
right.
No, I think they dried it. Because I saw some fans. It was so... But no, man. I saw it. I saw them replacing it. I said, you saw the carpet being replaced? He goes, you might want to check on that.
It was something like that. But I was very confident.
He was so confident.
That was the whole joke. We were cracking up.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. He came out.
Dude, I don't know if you noticed it, but when Danny and I are around, we just laugh so much naturally. Everywhere we go, we laugh. And we had brunch this morning, and it was just such a good time. Of course, we ran into Essie. That was good.
Was it this morning?
Maybe. I don't know. It might have been 2 weeks ago. Time is eternal.
But it's cool. I mean, it's funny. We do laugh a lot, because we just make a joke out of pretty much everything.
We love life, man. We take it easy. We don't take things too seriously, and there's lots of serious stuff in the world, but we just Rub it off.
Yeah.
We focus on what's important.
It's cool because we got kind of like the same sense of humor, which is pretty stupid. It's like the Casa de Mi Padre. We were just talking about the Casa de Mi Padre, how funny but this weird, stupid movie that was, but it has some.
Well, you're a Will Ferrell fan.
Man, he's the best.
I love Will Ferrell. My wife does not like Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell is the best.
But anything I watch, that big blobby white guy, he's the best. He's a genius.
Everything he's done is amazing.
Casa de Mi Padre. If you haven't seen this movie,
don't watch it. Don't fucking waste your time.
It's a Spanish novella movie in Spanish. He did the entire film in Spanish. It was so good. So,
but you the whole movie, you're expecting it to turn funny. Yeah. You're expecting, but
it's serious.
It's a serious Spanish movie, but obviously with some inside jokes, I guess, or some things that you have to pick up in order to consider funny, like the fact that they're riding on fake horses when it's a completely serious scene. They're freaking riding a horse, talking.
They're like art moving back.
Is that a fake horse? Like you've been looking at the horse the whole time.
It looks like there's like a roll of like paper just moving behind them. Oh my god! No, and then the border patrol catches them and they go, "Hey boys, what are you doing?" He goes, "Perdón, señor, yo no hablo inglés," with the biggest English accent. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, that guy's great.
So if you watch it for that, we're not recommending the film. Like you said, don't watch it because we don't want you to blame us when you go, "Oh, hey, this is terrible."
It's a whack movie.
But we enjoyed it.
It's very interesting.
It is. Look at the guy. He finished his whiskey.
I killed it.
It's good,
man.
Guys, thank you for joining us for episode 57 of the Two Guys Talking Booze podcast, where we enjoyed this delicious Johnnie Walker Swing.
It's really freaking good. Recommend it.
Tin del Colorado.
Este cuento
se ha acabado.